the towers, past the beacon lights. We roll heavy freight through the endless night. I got a cracked old helmet and a dashboard saint, a rig full of ore and a hull of chip paint. The tanks run hot, but the engine holds. Got a million clicks behind me in a long black road. Left port at sundown with the cargo locked tight. 3 days from Sarah's if the burn goes right. The company call says the schedule changed. I laugh in the comms and I punch the flame. Stars on the windshield, steel in the bed. No road beneath me, but I drive it anyway. Space truckers hauling steel through the stars. Space truckers running freight past Mars. Engines burning, black sky rolling on. Space truckers still driving till the dawn. Old pirates in a scrapyard plane, ran ice through the moons in a meteor rain. Had a busted thruster and no time for brakes, with a full load cutting across the jump gate lanes. There's dust on the console and grit in my bones. Every station bar feels a little like home, but the bill keeps coming gets done, so I load one more trailer and I chase one more sun. Red lights behind me, blue flame ahead. I sleep when I'm
Okay, hello and welcome to which one is this? This is my Space Engineers random streaming stuff. And I have managed, I think this is a record. I've already got a problem. So let me get the sound. Actually, I can't check the sound yet. I do see that my audio is coming through nice and loud though. So let's, oop, and hello. All right. There we go. Sweet. All right. So, two things I wanted to do today was poke around at some of the economy ships, and then also do a little building. But I don't have any worlds that I have created since the economy update. So I need to create one, and I'm honestly because of the way the economy works, I don't think any of the pre-existing starts, like the easy Earth start and all that, I actually don't think they'll update to the new economy. I haven't tried it, but based on my understanding of how things work, I don't think they will. Which means I have to create a new system from scratch. And what I've done here is very cleverly made it impossible for me to spawn. So we are going to we can save. That's fine. Exit. Sure. Right. So we're going to go in. Oh, that's nice. All right. I need to load a game. I have a lot of save games. All right. So here we go. Grab this one. Load. Oh, fuck me. That's not what I wanted. I need to edit the fucking settings. Exit. No. Load. Jesus. So this is what happened. Edit. If you want to create a custom star system, which I am doing, without like, if you want to use like the empty space start and use something like Star System Generator to create a star system, before you start the game, you have to come over here and disable. How the fuck did I miss that? God damn it. All right, I think I'll start again then. All right, you're going to get to see it from the very beginning. As a matter of fact, why is there a planet there? This was an empty. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. We're just going to delete that. We're going to start all over. I kind of wanted to have a little bit of this done. If I can jump right into what I said I was going to do. All right, new game. So I better grab this by mistake. Okay. So yeah, so like these, no, not those. Here we go. These guys. So I don't think these will have the new economy stations, because the economy system's already been running. I think. It depends. I haven't experimented. There's a chance they will work, but I don't want to take chances right now. I just want to get to doing the stuff I want to do. So here we go. So I want an empty world. Call this the Econ 2 Explore. It will be a survival world, even though I'll have creative tools on most of the time. I do that so that things like fuel consumption and power usage are correctly calculated, so I can tell if I build something that actually works or not. All right, mods. The only mod I'm going to do first is the Star System Generator. I use the one that's on the workshop. All these can, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm going to be, this is not actually a playthrough, so these settings don't matter because I'll have creative tools on. Sure. I do like to keep sun rotation on. Over time, it gives me whatever I'm working on. As the light changes, I see it in different angles. But I find anything less than, honestly, about 10 hours, it's just too fast. Don't really care about radiation, asteroid density. You know what? We don't need it. Meteor activity, safe, that's fine. All right, so down here, progression can just take a walk. Spawn with tools, don't need that. Don't need buffs or reduced stats. Interesting, these were on by default in the previous game. Food is disabled, that's cool. All right, cargo ship. So this, that, this one, that one, and this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this 7. They all need to be off if you're going to use something like Star System Generator to create a star system, because that prevents the turning all of these off, keeps the economy system from being initialized. And when it's initialized is when it goes and says, oh, here are all the planets. Let me put stations on them. And let me put stations in orbit around them. So on an empty world, it's not going to find anything. It's going to put deep space stations out. But if you turn around and then generate planets, they will never have stations on them or near them, ever. And there's no way to regenerate those stations. There's no button you can push to say reinitialize. So what you have to do is you turn everything off, place your planets, save your game, come back here, and then you can turn everything back on. And then when you load into the game, the economy system will initialize for the first time ever, see all the planets, place things normally. So that's how you have to get that to work. All right, so that being said, I will double check again. Off, 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 and 0. Okay, so I'm going to start. Oh, hello to whoever showed up and then left. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is get some tools on here. Do all of that, and then we're going to, not tools, we're going to spawn some stuff. I need a data pad. All right, here we go. So that will not work. There we go. All right, so first we want to do is clear voxels. And then we want to clear the queue. Okay. Now, first thing we want to do is, or the next thing we want to do is I want to add a planet. And I'm going to add, let's do an Earth-like. And we'll make that, we'll make it 120. Then we're going to add a planet, and this will be Pertam. Okay, I'm going to make that 120. And that's about SSG is you can specify this. That will work. So you can make a 1,200 kilometer size Earth-like if you want. And you can even do that, which is normally the vanilla planet spawning system won't go below, I think it's 19 kilometers. Okay, so we want that and that. Do I need a moon? Let's add... I don't think I need a moon. Oh, yeah, I do. Because I want, one of the things I want to do is explore the stations. So I need things for them to spawn around. So we'll go ahead, we'll add a Triton. We'll put that around Pertam, because I like the idea of an ice moon around a desert planet. And we'll put this, it'll scale the size. Let me double check that this is the correct nomenclature. Let's see here, guides and guides you've made. Star System Generator. Down to add moon. queued moon, add moon. Here we go. It is moon name, size or scaling, and then parent. Okay, so I'm glad I checked. So it goes like that. There we go. Alrighty. And then, oh right, we'll do radius. This is the star system inner radius. So there's when the planets just are spawned, they are spawned in a band that is 1,000 kilometers wide, and this specifies the inner radius of that band. So if you want to push your planets out, make a number here. I think the default is, I don't remember what the default is. I'm not even sure what the vanilla setup is. But we'll do, I'm going to do 500 meters, kilometers. So that still has the potential of the two planets being up to 3,000 kilometers apart, which is fine. This doesn't need to be massive. And then there's no need to do an inclination declination. You have two planets. So that, you know, you can incline them all you want. It's still two planets. You're not going to be able to tell. Honestly, you can never really tell anyway. And the moon is always orbiting the parent, so it doesn't matter. I think that's it. I feel like there's something else. Clear queue and then add queue, and then let's do this. This makes no difference, but it's more logical. Clear voxels, I believe, is the term. Oh no. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. All right. Yeah, clear voxel sounds right. And then we will, oh, I forgot. Recreate also handles clearing voxels. All right, so this is a very simple recipe. This is necessary because every time I run it, I'm going to add these planets and moons again. So if I don't have this, I run it once, I'll get one Earth, one Pertam, one Triton. If I run it a second time, I'll get a second of each. So, and then this ensures the existing planets are removed and everything's spawned. All right, I think that's good. Let's go ahead and try it. So here we go. SSG, read data pad. Boom. All right. And let's see. There we go. Entities. Planets. There they are. We've got an Earth, a Pertam, and there's a little Triton moon right behind it. Perfect. There they are. There's all three. There we go. Yeah. Sweet. So now that they're placed, I don't need to do, well, I guess what I can do is grab the GPSs. Here, 1, 2, and 3. Oops. Whatever. Put all this in here. Don't need any of that. We're going to kill that. We'll come over here. We're going to clean up the other one that I just placed by mistake. Move. All right, so now we're going to exit. We will save this. Yes. Go back to load. And now, edit, mods. Oop. I can even remove this. There's no point in keeping it around unless there's a function that allows you to like generate a data pad of GPS points kind of on demand. But if you don't want to or want to restrict the use of that, then you can just remove that. it's not required for anything beyond that at that point. All right, so I'm going to install my standard, my admin tools, my aesthetic tools, and my quality of life tools. All right. Let's double check what is in here. That's not what I here. Go away. Quality of life. You are. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, right. That doesn't matter. Cool, that's fine. That's fine. These aren't really critical. Yes, yes. All right, perfect. Yeah, so it looks like I've trimmed that down a little bit. Used to have a fair amount more in it. All right, cool. And let's do mechanical keybinds. This is normally in here, but there's a lot of other stuff in here I don't want right now. So I don't always use this, but I do like to have the option available sometime. I feel like there's something else. What is... Let's go look. Oh, radio spectrometry. It's not a playthrough. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. I think there's one more. Let's check for that. Yeah, that's it right there. So I am going to add that just because if you build something pressurized and it's in build a pressurized environment and have made a mistake, this is one way to find out. So I will keep that in. Awesome. All right, so we're going to add that. Pressurize your room. Boop. Okay, that's it. So here, and now I've got to go turn on all the economy stuff, which was right here. So cargo, economy, planetary encounters. I'm going to leave this off. I don't care about the Factorum encounters in this. Drones, encounters, and unknown signals is back on. That is interesting. Okay. And at that point, we can, yeah. Okay, whoops, sure that sounded great. Let's get this loaded in. Oh, hello to the people who are popping in and out. All right, while this is loading, I'm going to get something to drink. All right, excellent. So, get rid of that. All right, let's spawn in. That's nice. Okay, a box of starter. Okay, one of these, one of these, one of these, one of those. Yes, yes, yes. None of the rest of this matters. All right, so that can go away. We got to do this. All right, tools. You, and then you, and then you, and then you. and then you go here. Since we're here, we'll go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. 2 is decor, so we'll do bathrooms, beds, kitchen, planters, couches, desks, consoles. And these two tend to sort of float. All right, number 3 is always cargo, and then all right, conveyor, connector, collector, and then at the end we've got tanks, O2, H2 generators, and vents. Okay. Number 4. I always have to do process of elimination to get these back. Oh, these are doors. Where are my doors? There we go. All right, so we got doors, and doors, and then we've got passages and passages. At the end we have catwalk, railings, and ladders. Okay. 5 is control systems, so this will be cockpits and control seats. Helm. We want gyros. Atmosphere, hydrogen, and ion, and then we'll do jump drive and gravity generators. 6 is our electronics, so that will be I guess, you know what, I'm just going to drop them down. I guess, so what I'm thinking is like there's an order I usually put everything in, but I can never really remember it off the top of my head. But I have a lot of muscle memory to remember it. So what I'll do is I'll place it down what I think is right. And if a muscle memory hits the wrong thing, then I'll change it. Oh, hello to the second person who is popping in and out. Nice to see you. So we'll just go to sensors, buttons, LCDs. So you've got sensors, buttons, feedback, and then we're going to do computers and timers and other useful things. I know the AI blocks I throw at the end here. And then what else do I do? It'll come to me. All right, moving on. 7. I think 7's production. 8 is power. So this will be batteries, solar panels. No, it's batteries, engines, and reactors. Okay. Right, production. So here we've got grippy feet, and then pistons, rotors, hinges, tools. Here we go. Secondary tools. And then these 3 positions kind of float. We got our power systems there. And a lot of this kind of floats, although generally our lights are here and here. Yeah. And drop this down. So these all kind of float too, but as do all of these. All right, so I've got my basic hotbar set up. It's not exact, but it'll do for a start. So, what was it doing? Okay, I want to check. Hang on. Why are we overheating? Oh, right. I wanted to do a sound check. That's what I wanted to do. All right, so finally, after 30 minutes, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I see the game audio is a little high. That sounds familiar since the last time I played. What in the world? I think I was playing a really quiet game. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah, it's way up there. That down. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, cool. There we go. All right, put that there. All right, cool. Ready to start. So let's see if grids. So we don't have any economy stuff spawned. So let's go. Oh, about that. We're going to hang out on this moon for a bit, and that should get things to spawn. So here we go. This one. There we go. Fort Laurel. There it is. All right. Scale this down. X5. There we go. Oh, it's right here. Alrighty. And boop. 6. And here we are. Whoa. Okay. Here we are. Let me see something here. This is it's a white station. Okay. All right, let's see. Anybody in here? Doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, there's someone. There's more people. I wonder if Crew Enabled's running. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Someone's getting the crap beat out of them. Okay, right on. Well, I want to see. Yeah, store. Show me what you got. Oh, you don't have anything I want. All right, we are off. Okay. Fort Laurel compact antenna. Okay. Let's do F8 and we will just put some distance between us and then we'll spawn in again. Whee! All right. I should have made Triton smaller. One nice thing about the moon around Earth is that it's so small in a typical game that if you start there, you're usually never more than about 9 kilometers from multiple economy stations, which is really nice. Or at least that was the case before this update, so I don't know if that's still true. I suspect it is, though. All right, well, we lost sight of them. All right, let's pull up something interesting. So how about V dash? And we fly around a little. Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's fly around. I haven't had much chance to use this guy. This is what, SK. And let's see, T6G4. All right, this one. Gonna work? Hey. Oh yeah, you're gonna work. Bam. Like a champ. Right on. Cool. So now we just, you know, don't die. And eventually we discover more stations. Oh, what am I thinking? There are a way to find the stations on the stations. Oh, man. I'm a goofball. Let's see. Where was... That was a new one. Lexington. Oh, that's cool. Oh, well, you know what? I mean, I just needed to get to one, so this will work. Boom. Well, this is cool. Clunk. You stay here. All right. Very nice. That's convenient. All right. Let's go find button. There we go. All right. Money spot. And up here. Orange people. Yellow people. Ooh. I think crew enabled's running because I think right now the keen people are always black. All right, let me double check. That would explain why my computer's running a little hot right now. Let's get over here. We'll go to... I know you guys can't see this, but I'm going to go check the 3 kits that I loaded in. Doot. Oh, no. Yeah, those were in the NPC kits, which I didn't load any of. So, yeah, it should not have loaded. I did quality of life, aesthetic and admin. Yeah, none of those. Yeah, I looked at quality of life. Aesthetic. It just animates a lot of stuff. That's it. Okay. And then the admin is just a couple of, yeah, the armor replacer and allow you to manually adjust the charge on your batteries. Huh. Okay, well, I guess the game is just running a little more hot today. Let's see what else I can kill. We close that and then pop over here. All right, we can shut down Discord on this machine. Alrighty. All right, well that's neat. I thought Keen's people were always in black suits. But they have yellow and orange, and I thought I saw someone go back there. Alright, well, whatever. Where is the store? There we go. What do you got? What do you got? Spaceships. Okay, the hauler, the buddy miner. That is it. Oh, man. Alright, well, go away. Thank you. We need to address an issue. Beep. And we'll do... Here we are. Boop. Oh. Oh. All right, whatever. I have money now. That's all I needed. All right, so we're going to get some of these. These are really not even remotely what I'm looking for, but go ahead and get them anyways. I'm going to buy that, and we'll buy that. All right, let's go look at our new presents. Excuse me. All right. That's not it. Hey, there's one. There's one, and... What's the other thing? Did I fail to buy it? I guess I did. Well, we can't have that. Store.
Fuel critical.
Oh, I can't do it from here. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, it was the little guy. We had one, and I get. Oh, he goes away. Wait a minute. Didn't I already buy this one? Let me get him again. All right, what do we have? Oh, he's tiny. All right, I forgot. Cool. Okay, so what is this? Well, it's a neat looking thing. Oh. All right, ignore safe zones. There we go. Let's see what you are called. We'll call this Vanilla Con 2.
Fuel critical.
So we're going to blueprint you. Yepo. Alright. Vanilla Econ 2. Do that there.
Fuel critical.
I will honestly probably never use those, or really probably even this one, because I have so many designs of my own for
Fuel
small grade
critical.
2 drill miners. But I know me. If I don't blueprint it, as soon as I'm out in space doing stuff, I'm going to be like, oh man, I wish I had the thing to look at. Oh, I don't need to come in here. Here we go. Here we go. B980. The 4 or the 3 like haulers that come with the vanilla, like with the that you can buy through the economy system, I've modified so many times. They're very kind of near and dear to my heart. It's like I haven't modified them so many times. I've spent so much time modifying them. I've probably got I think like the TT420 is the one I have the most versions of, and I've only got like maybe 6 versions of that, so it's not really a whole lot of times. But I have spent a lot of time messing around with it, with those freighters like the B980, the TT420, the B, what is it, 360, the really big freighter. That was my favorite ship for a long time. Okay, we definitely don't need that anymore. All right, moving on. Entity list. Hey, it's Godard. It's cool. This is one of my favorite station designs. I have several of my own stations that are... Oh, no. Oh, that's funny. Several of my own stations that are variants on this particular station. Is this a pirate? Is that why it's black? Smart. I really like it. Okay, let's go find store. Buy things. Okay, it's nice that all of them do seem to all of them do seem to provide some ships or vehicles to buy. Prior to the update, there was only like one type of faction that sold vehicles, and if you went to their stations, you had a large selection, but you could only buy vehicles if you found those stations. And in my experience, they were kind of the rarest. I don't know why they were. All right, we'll get one of those. We're going to get one of these. We'll go ahead and get one of those. And this bad boy. Excuse me. All right. Where are they? Where are they? There we go. Interesting. I think this used to be a fighter. I mean, it kind of still looks like it is. I rebuilt it relatively recently, or the old mill. Oh, I like the that gray kind of through lines there. Oh, that's nice little. That's nice. Relatively recently, or at least it's one of the last ones that I rebuilt or I redesigned, and It was definitely called like Fighter 2 or something. But I'm not sure I actually pulled it from a station. I may have just found it in the game files. So that might explain the naming discrepancy. Alright, boop. Here.
Fuel critical.
Oh, and I thought when you bought things, they were supposed to appear in your faction color. I don't know why I thought that. Okay. Well, that's fine. I guess it's just a random color. That's okay. That's cool. Huh. Interesting choice. Oh, that's... Oh, hang on. Oh, that's a really interesting choice. Oh, these are hatches. Okay. I thought they were just... I was like, oh, okay. Just a corridor. Okay. This is a corridor. All right. So you got food, toilet. That's pretty neat. All right. Well, we need to name this bad boy. Is there a new terminal anywhere? Here we go. H1 Industrial Corvette. Okay. All right. What do we have here? A little truck guy. H2 Bulwark hauler. Okay. Oh, I like this. There's an NPC that is kind of based on this design. Or, actually, I think this design's based on the NPC. Because it's from the... I think it's from the... Yeah, it's before... Oh, wait. We've had... yeah, I'm forgetting. The NPCs have been updated. Were updated before the Economy 2 updated. In addition to the updates that came with this. In addition to the changes, that the NPC changes that came with the Economy 2 update. I forgot about that. So I think there was a ship that was updated in the previous NPC update that this design is based on. And it's a really neat little design. I forget what it's called, but I enjoyed modifying it in one of my previous playthroughs. And actually I did something really similar. I added hydrogen thrusters as sort of like afterburners, and actually I even put the tanks right there that the thrusters were sitting on. So that's kind of cool. See that parallel creativity. All right, let's figure out how to get into this thing. Man, that's neat. Oh, there we go. This'll do. A Rook gunship. All right, get you stored. And stored. What? Okay, was there not another one? Nope. All right, next one. Ooh, Blackstone Outpost. That sounds neat. Let's go there. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. Got the neon lights on the outside. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay. Inside we go. All right, what do you got? What do you got? Already got one of those. Snub ship. Already got one of those. And a twin rail drone. All right. We'll do that. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. Let's see. I'll leave that as an exercise for the reader. Oh, that is a tiny little thing. All right. All right, next. Timberland Refinery. Yeah, we haven't gone there. Oh wait, we have gone here. All right, does this bring any? Yeah, there we go. Lexington Plaza. Oh, that's so cool. I really like the changes they did with the name. I love procedural names. Um, so there's always a certain appeal to the original like faction naming system, and the fact that and then the stations were named related to the factions. Not exactly how they did it, but they've swapped that system out for a library system of names that then pops up, so you get these sort of names now, and it's a really nice change. It feels for some, like, I'm not sure what the right word is, but fresh keeps coming to mind. It feels very like fresh and natural. So it's very cool. Hey, yo, see, that's what I expect them to look like. Hey. All right, what do we got? We'll get one of you. Boom. We'll get one of you. I really am more interested in the large grids. Get you. No. Oh, here we go. You. Yeah, you guys had a lot for sale. Got one of those. Got one of those. Sweet. All right, boop. All right, what do we have? Oh, this is nice. So this looks like it is built off of so the front bears a striking resemblance to the B90, the big freighter.
Fuel low.
The aft end looks more like it's related to the Ambassador. Do you like it? Is this, that's a foot. How do you get inside? There's a door. Let me in. Oh, it's right up here. Oh, that's nice. All right, cool. Hull frame J. J for jump. So I think this one has a jump drive in it. Right? Yep. All right, and you? I didn't save it. All right, boop. Boom. So I've not even really seen all of the ships yet. I honestly just can't be bothered with the little ones. This looks like... This looks like it's what was on the one of the original screenshots. One of the loading one of the loading screens. It was on the game for years. It was blue though. There's a real strong resemblance. I know it had these kind of faux struts here. They don't do anything, but they look neat. And then it had these flared bits out there. All right. That'll probably be fun to play with. So here we go. Yep. And I think one of the first two ones, first couple ships, I think I renamed them and deleted them. I'm not sure I blueprinted them. Like the genius that I am. There we go. CR2 Shrike. I really like this orange color. Got a couple ships myself in that color, and I really like it. This is I like this tail design that he's got here going on. Civic Hauler. Alright, we're going to blueprint that. Cut it out. Alright. Anything else? I think we've been to all of these. Yeah, we have. Okay. So. Oh, sweetie. Oh, sweetie.
Fuel.
Dorset Junction, Bishop, Woodbury, and
Fuel.
Radnor, and New Coolgardie. Alright, that's the closest. We'll go there. Oh, it's on Earth. Oh, nice. It's on Earth. That's nice. Wait a minute. It's behind me, isn't it? Okay, cool. Oh, man. Okay, I don't care. I've got so many 2-drill small grid ships. I'm not gonna bother. Rhino Miner. I think that's one of the ones I didn't actually blueprint. That's a shame. What about GPSs? GPSs for the poor. Anyone? No. Goodness. Wait, airlock. Oh. Where does this go? This is for, yeah, the... Oh, no. I thought it was topside docking platforms, but it is not. It's for roof access. All right, cool. Next, anything... There we go. Marblehead Shipyard. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's nothing more like sci-fi feeling. Damn, look at those pipes here. Then walking up this giant door and just having it open automatic. I've got a little admin building I built once. For oh. It's in a subdirectory. Fuck it. But it's got the same entrance, and it's like I was staff on a server, and I would use it. It was a pretty hostile, like one of these like ultra hard servers, and you know, if you go to help people, but the admin, some of the mods that were on there still affected you when you were in admin mode, which I discovered I really hate when modders don't, you know, make that stuff turn off. But I see arguments on both sides for and against doing it. Anyway, so I made this little building that I could kind of duck into to get food, power, and all that, and or power, hydrogen, and all that. And this was the entrance. Use this gate as an entrance, and when you walk up, the sensor would open it for you. It felt so cool. All right. Hey, we got a few here. B60. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's the B60, not B90. But yeah, the B60. All right, cool. We need one of those for sure. 111. No, no. Hull frame C. Okay, and so I think this one has a large cargo in place of the jump drive. Hull frame J. I've already got one of those. Horizon Forge. I'm not sure if we have one of those or not. Lunar Scout. We do have. Oh, wait a minute. Mark II, Mark VI. No, we don't have one of those. Mini Merchant. I don't care. An OR7 Graveler. Rhino Miner. T-Fade. A Warden. All right, let's get one of those. Oh, you suck. T-Ion Fade. Mark VI. Right. Okay. I can hear them hovering. Oh, look at this thing. All right, what is this? This is cool. This looks like it might have been. I'm betting this is based off the TT420 frame. I really like it though. All right. And I love this entrance here. Ah, it's cool.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, yeah. Like this. All right, Horizon Forge. Very cool name. I like when they pay a little extra to get the good names. All right, and off you go. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't remember. Did the original have cargo up top here? I know several of the models, the versions that I have do. But I don't recall if that's because that's how the original was or if I made that change. I know one of the versions I have replaces them all with like just a bunch of jump drives. So that's why I'm not sure the original design was. It's pretty neat. You can definitely see the original lines. These engine nacelles are just awesome. So good. Nice. Yeah. Nice piece of work. All right, let's get on here. Gonna get you named. Boop. Here, here, here. Alrighty. Blueprint. And then you. Oh, I have this one, don't I? Yes, I remember looking at it saying the back looks like the Ambassador and the front looks like it might have been a TT420. Okay. Let's see. Oh, base. Hull frame. Oh, hull frame C. Oh, okay. Okay. So I looked at the J. Right. No duplicate. Yep. Okay. So cool. All right. Anything else? Oh, this little guy. Oh, hello, Dudu. Hi, sweetie. Now, this is something I rarely do. Because I just don't have like I don't have a good sense for making it work. But using separate color on the wheels to give it the appearance of like hubcaps or wheel rims or whatever. This is nicely done. I like it. That little grill. Oh, that's funny. And I like these little armor plates out here. That's kind of cool. Big old assault turret. That is cool. Cool little little guy. I don't know if I'd call it a scout though. I mean, you got a big old assault turret up there. It's all right. Okay. Where to next? Marblehead? Wait a minute, where are we at? We are at Marblehead. Well, we don't need to go there. And we came from Coolgardie. Okay. So we will pick a GPS. Radnor Relay. Okay, here we go. Radnor Relay. There we go. Oh, so we had a deep space one. Nice. Oh, hello to whoever just joined. And boop. Oh, nice. I like the station designs that look like they are like spaceships that have been converted. Nice. Okay. Up here? Nope. There we go. That's neat. Ah, he's using the pieces that have the crossbeam. Oh, that's not a crossbeam, but it's got the frame on it. That's cool. I wouldn't do nothing. Store. All right. Oh, we got another B60. Sapper, hull frame J. It's a J and a C, right? So I have that. Oh, okay. Let's get that. And then that. Okay. Hull breaker. We may just leave it. J class. That's one I've spent a fair amount of time modifying as well. I like that one. R3 start skiff. Oh, that's neat. Rhino miner, Rook gunship, Snub ion fade, Turtle, Warden strike. I don't recall. I think this will be the third time I bought that one. All right, outside we go. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Narrow frame freighter. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? So I'm thinking this is based off of. It was called the Cruiser, I think, or the Red Cruiser. It wasn't Big Red. There was a ship that was kind of like it was available for the economy, and I never really saw many people get it, but it looked pretty cool. It was kind of sleek like this. It had the bridge up top here, kind of slope down like that. All right, cool. Oh, there's the entrance. All right, here we go. HF3 narrow frame. Bam. All right. Oh. Oh, that's funny. So in the original, there's a central jump drive that was mounted in the roof, and the central corridor actually ran Yeah, this is in the roof. So it actually ran through the floor. And then when you got to the bridge area where that stairwell is right there, was the exact same thing, except it went down. And then, yeah, so he's flipped that. So I wonder. Yeah. So when you came in here, this was the same, but when you opened it, like right here, it would drop down. There was a stairs down. This just goes straight now, and then here, interesting. Huh. I guess that frees up a little bit of space since he only needs one stairwell now. Oh, that's a nice touch. Using the grate over it. What grate is that? Is that catwalk? Walkable scaffold. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, that's slick. Yeah. This is cool. I like that. Damn, that's nice. And that's nice. All right, J class. Boop. Go. Here. And out the back we go. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'm going to grab this one just because I do expect to be using it in the upcoming playthrough. So I want to be, I want to have some time to kind of play with it and see where I can take the design. Or where the design, where I can take it. I like to do this with the piping there. I like doing that. Let's see. Oh, that's very cool. So I don't even know if we are... Oh, we are. Okay, we are oriented correctly. Okay, that is pretty cool. So this... I'm going to guess that this started out as the blue ship. And there's probably 1% of its original DNA remaining, other than the shape. All right, here we go. Anything else? Oh, this is the starter. Look at this. We had a competition a couple months ago on the Nightfall server to build starter ships. And our limit was whatever resources were in the original space pod we could use. And that was really fun. Some really interesting designs came out of that. This is nice. I like it. I wonder how it compares resource-wise to the original space pod, because it feels like there's more here. As a matter of fact, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6. There's more glass for sure. Of course, the original starter was 10 ions. This is 2 reverse, 2 forward, 2 up. 2, 4, 6. 2 left and right. It's 8. So it's got 9 thrusters. Okay. Yeah, I think this probably uses a little bit more material. I mean, it's even got a gun here. And granted, it doesn't have, you know, the thruster components that the 10 ions have, but so it might actually be, it's probably cheaper. But I know, for example, yeah, because we were constraining ourselves. Oh, it's damaged. We'd constrained ourselves to the same materials that were present in the space pod, and which meant that there was not enough metal grids, or even if you broke it down into raw resources, you couldn't make enough metal grids to have both a single hydrogen thruster and like a second small cargo or something. It was, I forget what I was trying to do, but I was like, God, I don't even have enough to make the metal grids for that. All right. Anyway, this is neat. Let's store it. So here, and oh, all right. We'll do this one. Cool. All right. Oop. R3 start skip. That's interesting. R3, red 3. Are there other versions of the start skip? All right. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. All right. What do we have? Marblehead, Radnor Relay. That's where we are right now. Yeah. Marblehead. Okay. So next is, it's like Bishop. Going to Bishop. Mostly what I'm interested in is getting blueprints of the larger ships, like the large grid ships. Oops. Go. Hello to whoever just popped back in or popped in. Oh. Oh, you fooled me with those struts there. Okay. We'll fly into the airlock. All right. We've got one of those. We've got one of those. Yes, yes. Jackdaw. We've got one of those. I care about the small grid stuff. R3 start skip. All right, it looks like the same ship. It's got the same name. Snub ion, T ion fade, turtle, twin rail drone. Okay, so I've encountered nothing but duplicates. I thought there were more than that. All right, we'll continue on then. So the next one, we've been to Radnor Relay. We've been to, I think we've been to Huntington. I think. Dorset Junction, did we go there? I'm not sure. We haven't been to Somerset, so we'll just go to that one for sure. Where are you? Here. I did not expect to spend all this time just hunting down the blueprints. I did expect it would take a little bit of time, but it threw me for a loop. Not being able to get that none of the stations are like all ships anymore. I thought there would still be some stations. I knew not all the stations would be like that, and that all stations would still sell some ships, but I thought there would still be like the constructor faction or whatever it's called, stations that sold all or like exclusively grids, and so therefore would be like most of the ships. Oh yeah, see, there are things I've missed. Okay. What else? Yeah, we've got that, and that one. Anything else? Uh-oh. Wayline Sutler. Do I have that? I think I have that already. Next restock. Okay. Way out. What did that button do? Wait a minute. Oh. Okay. All right. Here we are, the new ambassador. Yeah, I like it. Oh, I like how he's done these faux intakes here. That is cool. All right, let's grab this. Bam. I have more than a few versions of this one as well. I enjoy tinkering with that one. All right, now this, I believe, is a completely new design. And I think it's been quite popular with people from what I've heard. Huh. Trying to figure out what is in here, if anything. It looks like nothing. It looks like it's just armor blocks. This thruster is recessed, but it's only 1x2. Sideways thruster will be here and here, probably behind. Yeah, so up here. Yeah, these top rows and the bottom rows are just armor, full-on armor blocks. Okay, cool. I like that. That's really nice. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have fun playing with that. All right, there you go. There. There we go. All right. Six minutes until update. Okay. All right. Well. Move. Move. Yes. Hello. I'm gonna start deleting the station. You don't get out of my way. Move, move, move. All right, let's try one more. Somerset Marketplace. Got Woodbury. I don't think we've gone to Woodbury. Woodbury. We'll go there. Oh, neat. Seen one of these yet. Very cool. I think this used to be split to make 2 individual landing pads. Very cool. I like the new version of the large ship clamp there. All right. We've got one of those. Wait your turn, buddy. All right, that's a new one. Let's get that. And we've got one of those. 3 minutes. Oh, that's globally. Okay, well, that's great. Okay. Hey, you guys like vacuum? Oh, your face shields are down. Ready. What do we got? All right, this is a neat little ship. Oh, I like this. The way that the front, like the way the slope continues, and it's all got the glass. I really like that. I like these bridge pieces here. I really enjoy trying to find ways like this to use them. Basically anything other than the like golden design of, you know, a bridge windshield. I really like that. So that's cool. This is fun. Whee! Okay. Yeah, it seems like a nice little ship. So one of the things I'm hoping to get out of all this is, for example, I have no idea if this thing has a jump drive in it. It has space for one. But like, if you think like the B980, which is one of the original cargo ships from the original economy, it does not have a jump drive in it, and it's trying to think if it's hydrogen or if it's all atmospheric thruster. I can't remember, but it definitely doesn't have a jump drive in it. As a matter of fact, I don't think the TT420 does either. Yeah, and you don't really know. There's nothing to indicate. The descriptions didn't say anything about those not have jump drive or anything like that. Which is, it's not like a criticism. I'm just saying, like, there was no way to know. So, and especially in the original economy, I don't know about now since I haven't actually played with it much yet. But getting enough money to buy a ship was a bit of work. It wasn't impossible, but it wasn't like, oh, let me just go mine. So I need more iron. Let me go mine more iron. You know, it wasn't as trivial as that. So buying a ship and then discovering, oh, I can't go anywhere with it was a little bit frustrating. So yeah, with that in mind, that's why I'm saying I don't like some of these ships. I don't know if they have jump drives in them. The ones that are derivatives of previous economy ships that I'm familiar with, I have some semblance of expectation for those, and I suspect that will be reasonable. If they had jump drives before, they probably still have jump drives now. So I'm not too worried about those things, but there's a couple new designs that I genuinely, I don't know what they have. Unknown lost observer drone. That's cool. So anyway, that's one of the things I hope to gain from kind of tinkering with these guys. And it looks like, okay, I think I've been to everything that I have a bookmark for, GPS for. Let's see. It was only 3 minutes until the refresh, so we'll go ahead and kind of dawdle a little bit. Dawdle. Haven't heard that word in decades. Man. And then someone said it the other day, and now here I am using it again. Ugh. All right, it's refreshed. So we've got one of those. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the same ships. That is a little disappointing. I was hoping for different stuff. All right, well, so be it. Hello. Okay, let's head to deep space. I see 2 planets. All the planets. Yeah, all the planets are over there. Oh, wait. Unknown signal. Why are you green? Why are you green? That's interesting. Why is it green? Okay. We're gonna go see. I hate you. I hate the ones that spin. I didn't get anything though. It's kind of lame. All right. So I'm wondering if the unknown signals are color coded now based on like maybe rarity or something. I genuinely have no idea. Oh, that was a lost observer drone. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see. We are in deep space, 10,000 kilometers from the 2 planets, and presumably the moon, which is around one of them. No, Triton is the moon around Pertam. Where's Earth? Oh, well, I'm sure Earth can take care of itself, so let's just head on out. Oh, there it is. That's Pertam, Triton, and Earth. Okay, let's get over here then. It's curious. Most of the GPSs were on that side. Oh. All right, we're gonna go right here. Boop, boop. 6. There we go. All right. And I'm just going to build right here in place. I think. No, I wanted to work on some of the stuff that I've been doing before. So we'll go ahead here. Yeah, we can save. And we're just going to switch games. I'm going to load over here. There we go. Build and race. All right. So I had this idea that I was going to build a probably a warship, something not so. Let me back up. So on the new server, no, on the last server when we played, my big ship that I was tooling around with had tons of subs. Well, it had a number of subgrids. I don't know about tons, but it had 3 massive, like, battleship style gun batteries with 4 guns each, 4 rail guns each. And then by the end of the series, it had a bunch of little turrets on it as well that were also like dual railgun, small grid railguns. And so the thing about builds like that is they are basically a glass cannon. They're pretty fragile. If you get any damage anywhere, you pretty much have to rebuild from there up. Even if if there are pieces above it that are not damaged, like on that big battleship that I had, if the turret body was damaged significantly, it probably meant I had to rebuild the whole turret, including the guns, just because of the way projectors don't work with subgrids, and then that would mean you would also have to like remap like everything to your custom turret controllers. I had sensors for like fire interlock systems, so the gun battery would not shoot the ship itself, like when it swung around. You would have to reconnect all of that, which meant you need to make sure all the naming of everything was correct. It's doable, but it's really tedious. And there are shortcuts you can take, but it's still really tedious. So I was like, okay, so after the server reset, which it now has, my next big ship, I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm not going to have subgrids. It's literally going to be effectively a block. And then I was like, well, I'll make it actually a block. And there they are. So that's where I started with. And then the thing is I like my builds to like be interesting. And honestly, a block, an armor block with guns on it, just is not interesting enough for me, no matter how much I work on creebling. And granted, this is not extensively creebled, but it wasn't doing it for me. And then a friend of mine, we have a running joke where if you take any ship design and you take this ship design, if you flip it upside down, sometimes it's an even cooler design. So like that. I don't think that works in this case, but you know. And then the next thing is if you swap the front and back, you sometimes also have a cooler design. That works better with actual designs that are more than just a basic geometric shape like this. But it does work more often than not, which is kind of cool. And then the last is if you take the ship and you clone it and you slap it against itself, sometimes you get a very cool design, and that's actually what this is here. And I ended up giving it a single like median row of blocks that were excessively greebled. And I think once I had done this, I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of like the belt around the Death Star, which is just kind of a neat idea. So sort of running with that for a while. But still, it's ultimately just a giant block with guns on it. And I was like, man, it just, I don't know. But it was designed to be, it is intended to be a warship. So it's going to have a gravity drive inside because it can't have the smooth, simple lines that I want and slap enough thrusters on for it to be maneuverable enough to not just get absolutely destroyed the first time I take it into combat. So I was like, it'll have a gravity drive inside. And then I was like, well, you know what? Would be interesting, or at least for me. I know many people have done this, and I have not done this yet. Is what if there's a gravity drive inside, and there are literally no thrusters? So it's like a flying cube, almost like a Borg cube, if you will. And so I was like, yeah, the cube part's not the important part, but no thrusters at all, just gravity drive. That's kind of neat. Let's do that. So then I was like, well, we do that. And then I came up with a basic geometric shape, which is a large rectangle and a 90-degree rotated rectangle that would contain the thrusters. But since I'm not going to have thrusters, it'll probably just be like power or possibly the grav drive itself. But I wanted to give it fake thrusters, or the appearance of thrusters. So that's what I was working on the last time I was in this game. This is what I've got so far. I think it's kind of cool. It's not quite what I want, but it's all right. And then I do have so I've got a mixture of lights and LCDs. Like the LCDs are what are creating the orange in here. Those are LCDs. And then behind them I have lights that are offset forward. So there's like a yellowish light that's centered like right about where I am. And that's where you get this kind of these yellow highlights. And then and there's kind of other lights, and some of them are set to be flickering. And so I wrote a simple program that will randomly kind of adjust some of the flickering settings periodically. So I don't really think you can see a pattern here, but if you did, it wouldn't last long. And then I also have some of the heat vent blocks, because they're basically lights whose color can change or scale depending on power output. And so I've got those in the back. So when this is idle, you have this kind of orangish reddish. And then when it is not idle, it washes out a little bit, goes a little more yellowish, whitish. The effect isn't as strong as I want, but it does work. So here, if I do, this sets the power consumption, there we go, to 0. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. And this sets power consumption to max. Beep, beep, beep. Why is this not beeping and booping? Oh, hang on. Setup actions. That's why. Okay, never mind. I think I had thrusters set to override at different percentages in order to trigger the effect. But these are the events. So if we come over here and we go, power dependency is 0. I'm not sure if that's effectively the same or not. And power dependency 100%. So at idle, they emit red, and at full power, it goes more yellow. Actually, I could probably pull this down a lot. Green. Blue. And then over here, just bring it up. All right, 7. Let's see. Boom. And this should be a station right now. I don't normally build ships as stations, because if you create in your building, if you create some phantom forces somehow, you won't know it because it's a station, and then when you unstation it, your ship will have phantom forces, and you'll have no idea what created them. Well, I mean, potentially you could have no idea what created them, depending on how complex your ship is. But by leaving it a ship, which I like to do, the instant I create the phantom forces, the ship will start to move, and I'll be like, "Oh, the thing I did, not great." Here we go. So if I do this, and we go here, and I'm watching the top right corner there, boom. Hey, that's yeah. So yeah, it's a lot more like yellowish now. So now as I use the grav drive and the power demand increases, the visual thrusters on the back will shift from the reddish to this kind of whitish yellowish. All right, cool. So that is what I wanted. So we'll go to here. Slide this down. Oh, then we got the purple. Yeah. That's cool. So I guess right here we're at max power consumption or whatever. And then down here, oh, it even goes a little purple. That's cool. I don't know that I want it to be purple, but let's do, oh, I guess, we could just do black. Yeah, that'll basically be nothing. So then if we come over here, then, yeah, then it's just, that's cool. Yeah. All right, cool. That's actually what I had been trying to do in my previous session when messing with this. So it'd be like that. Awesome. And then we go, I'd like to be able to see it. So watching out the corner there by the hand, and then bam. Yeah. All right, that works. Cool. And I think this script, I'm not sure if it's running or not. Are you running? Run one's false. Oh, so you are running. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so yeah, all it does is well, you can set a match term for your lights, so you could literally say like inset light if you wanted like every inset light, and then each of these elements, like, do you want the script to randomize it, and then your min and max value you want it randomized between. So, and then when this data is written, it gives you the default min and max on the sliders for the lights. So yeah, works pretty well. All right, well, that's cool. So let's continue on the build for this thing then. So this is where I think originally I had thrusters before I kind of realized what I wanted to do. So then when I dropped in the inset lights and the LCDs back here, ended up freeing up a lot of space. Okay. Oh, there's only this and probably one on the bottom. All right, no wonder it was maxing out the power consumption so quickly. All right, this coloring. So I'm wondering, I think so I'm not very good at large ships. I have like what I would say is one good one to my name, and that's the Donnybrook from last season. And I think that took like 15 to 20 hours to design, because I think I had 3 build sessions that were 5 hours each, and then I think I put about 5 hours into it out of this streams. So All right, let's see. So I think maybe I will work on basic shape. Or I need to cut out the middle. So maybe I should do that now. Oops. Uh, that's cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and replace that. And is this... It is in the middle. Okay. All right, cool. So that's there. All right, let's try this one now. Go back here. Here. And okay, cool. All right, so let's get that and that. Oh, damn. Sorry. I meant to mute it. I did not hit the button. My apologies. All right, so that is center removed. Bam. Cool. And one thing that I want to do is, well, I wanted a big ship, bigger than I had done before, so bigger than the Donnybrook. I'm not sure if I'm there, but it kind of feels like it since it's such an uninteresting shape. So I'm gonna have a lot of space, and I was sort of thinking maybe I would like do like when I greeble this, or when I quote greeble it. Basically, it'll come down to leaning into like a tiered element, like on the sides here for guns. Because what I want is a large, fast, maneuverable combat ship. All right. All right, let's put a hole in the side here so I can get in and out. We'll do this. And then we'll do this. Oh, shit. What the heck is this thing? Wow. Okay, cool. All right, so I think what I can do is cut out the interior of this as well. And I'm almost thinking, I think it would be neat. I don't know if I can pull it off, but I think it would be neat if this open area here persisted, and I kind of broke up these parts on the end here so that it made it look like this whole section here was almost like a nozzle, which was sort of separate from the main part of the thruster. I don't know if I have the artistic talent to pull that off, but I think it would be neat. Sure would be neat if you did. All right, get that. So all this is connected. All right. All right, cool. They're connected to top and bottom. And then from here, we got they go through there where they connect to actually LCDs, but the sides of these are the lights and the lights are the blocks. So, all right, everything seems to be connected pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and remove this as well. Get rid of that. And bring this down. Get rid of that. Oh. There we go. Oh, this one could go. There we go. Okay. All right, we got top and bottom mirroring on, so the bottom should be good. Cool. Let's see. All right, so I'm still looking at like the basic shape. I'm not trying to get into like too heavily greebling. But I do want to make sure if I start cutting things that I don't split the grid or anything. Okay, so yeah, the back is connected to the front there, so that's good at multiple points. So I'm going to go ahead and try and carve out some of this interior stuff. Because that stuff, yeah, that's connected to the red. All right, so we should be good there. Okay. And here. All right, cool. And now we are actually at the front wall. I'm going to go ahead and paint that. These are not like intended to be final colors. They're just working colors. So like the white is so like I know that I'm inside, well, theoretically that I'm inside, you know. That's the intent anyway. During the whole process of building the superstructure, there were changes that left little spots of white here and there, so it's fine. All right, boop. All right, go. Okay, I think. Yep. Get rid of that. We got a block in the center of the lights. The pillars here. Put one there, not that. And we'll put one there. There we go, which means we, oops, don't need that. Cool. And you know what? I'm going to do like this. Yep. Awesome. I'm going to do like that. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Yep. Cool. That mess, the way it was, that was stressing me out. All right. So, let's see you. You guys are all good. All right. Let's cut this. All right, then we can come through here to here. Okay. So it's separated on the sides and on the top and on the bottom and on the back, which leaves front. So we've got 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. And that's it. Bam. Okay, good. Good. Everything's still connected. Awesome. Got multiple layers. Oh, that's so I don't normally build in multiple layers of armor. Because I don't normally build things that are designed to get hit or be okay with getting hit. And that is something I wanted to try different this time as well. So, yep. Okay, now all of this, we're going to bring this down. All right. Cool. Bring that down. And then in here, so we've got that. Okay, so this will be the extension of, yeah, this wall here. Okay, so we'll keep that. And there we go. Get rid of this. Okay, cool. So let's make the wall a wall. Here we go. Creating the shape, especially a basic shape like this, with the frame, that stuff that I have over here is it works really well. But I find that it also makes me like, I don't know if uneasy is the word, but I definitely am like, oh, there's holes everywhere. It's I don't know what the design, what the shape is supposed to look like. Yeah. Oh my goodness, come on. 637. Oh, guess that was a lot. All right, cool. All right, let's do this. And let's do this one too, since we're here and everything is open. And do it out to there. Oh, that's funny. All right. All right. And down we go to here and lag. Wow. All right, 600. Cool. All right, we're going to shut in the top and the bottom. Okay. So now I'm going to start with some very basic shaping. Because I really don't know where I want this to go. So I'm kind of just playing with shapes to see what I get. So some things I'm thinking of are like, maybe this should slope outward a little bit, right? So it's not just a 90-degree angle. And then if these slope down, you get a slight like interlocking look. I think this might be in the way. You can put this there. Put the fuel. Put the lime and the coconut. Yay. We're going to clean up floating objects, because there is a ton of uranium in there. Okay. Cool. And the sun is really in a bad spot, so we're going to move that around. Jesus. All right, now it's a little bit better. Yeah, actually, yeah, great. I like to build with the sun kind of at like the front high 3/4 location. So like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock high. Um, just works for me. Okay. Let's have a look. All right, cool, cool. All right, let me see. Let's switch colors to yellow. Because this is not structural stuff. Not yet. It might end up being if I delete the stuff under it, but for now. So yeah. So you got that one. Oh wait, no. It would be, oops, I was off by one. Well, I could do that. I don't want to though. All right. Well, I was off by one. Oh, that does work out though. All right, so we got you and you and you and you. And then here. All right, so it would be like something like that. And then if I did the same back here, right, it would be here, here, and 2, and then 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. That one, and that one, and whoops. There, 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 and there. I think I like that. So one aspect that I am experimenting with, it's something I would not do normally, is literally these large flat surfaces. Flat in the sense of like the not like flat like lack of greebling, because I plan to add greebles, but just flat in the sense of like they are perfectly, like they're not sloped. At least that's what I'm trying to say. Normally I would not like that. If I have an opportunity, I would want, have these like have the side like sloping out like that, or back in like basically like I've done down there. So having this large flat vertical sides here is a deliberate design choice, and I know it is a difficult thing to work with, and that's why I'm doing it, because I think it's interesting. So for anyone who's watching this is like, oh man, that's such a bad idea. I know I'm doing it on purpose to see if I can make anything interesting out of it. All right, missile frigate, you can just fuck right off. Survey drone. These survey drones are cool. All right, you guys can go away. Mobile shipyard. Well, oh, mobile shipyard. Right, you can go away. Hey, you forgot a piece. All right, and you. That's mine. That's mine. That's mine. And I don't care about it. Okay. Okay, I do think I like this. So we'll go ahead and shore that up. There we go. All right, now for these yellow areas, because they are leading edges and they're very large, I'm going to give them a couple layers of metal, because I expect they may get hit a lot. At least I plan to give them a couple layers of metal. It's really, I have to like consciously remember that because I have a tendency to be like, oh, there's two, like, like this. Like, oh, there's two blocks here. Well, we don't need that because we have this one. So, yeah, I've got to consciously not do that. Like for here, like since I just basically expanded the superstructure outward here, normally I would go in and be like, well, I can get rid of all this now because I have all this area to build in there. Which I am going to do, yes. But the idea... There we go. Cool. So, yeah, so I'm going to put a layer of blocks behind all of these. So, and here, these, and there. All right, cool. All right, so I should not forget that now, since it's already there. Okay. And I may, so this, like, I really like how striking this big vertical area is. Just, this is really cool. So now what I may do is add some slight angles to back here. So I'm sort of thinking maybe something like this. So you maintain that verticality, but you make it different from this one here. All right, so that's more than I want. Although I do think conceptually the idea does kind of work. It feels a little too much of a slope, although we don't have many choices. There are 3 slopes. We've got this, we got 45, and then we've got the reciprocal of this going that way. So this is as shallow a slope as I can get. How does that look? It's not bad. One thing I find when you have multiple angled areas that sort of are all the exact or very close to the same length on the side here, it starts to look like an attempt to simulate a curve or approximate a curve. And if you like that, that's fine. If you don't like that, that's a problem. I think for me, what happens is my eye tends to fill it in mentally. I'm like, oh, that's supposed to be curved. So start to sort of see it like it's a curve, like, oh yeah, it's a curve. And if you back out a bit, I mean, it sort of takes on the shape. And I don't want that. Don't want that. So I don't know about this. Now, if I break it up like so, oops. This might be all right. And I also have I haven't getting like these, like every time I put a big hole in the wall, I'm like, ooh, that would be a cool place for a landing bay. Because I'm thinking in terms of like a role-playing home base ship. And while I do want a little bit of that, I don't want a lot of that. Let's see. Who's booping at me? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, man. And I just found out one of my friends is going to lose their job at the end of the month. It sucks. It's got a new thing on Steam. Is this from a while ago when I grabbed that signal and it told me I didn't get anything? Oh, well, we'll never know. My phone doesn't want to cooperate. Steam doesn't want to tell me. All right, well, whatever. Okay. So yeah, anytime I put a big hole in this here, I'm like, ooh, landing bay. So I may do that in the end, but I want those to be like absolute final afterthoughts. You know, like I've got all the other things that were number one priority, and I still have this space. Fuck it, why not? Yeah. So, I was just thinking. I was looking at this here, and looking at how the bottom line of the front here kind of lines up with this here. I know it doesn't actually, but I was thinking I kind of like the idea that it might. It sort of looks, I think it sort of looks good, which would mean basically chopping off the bottom here, either the exact bottom or like one block down. I like that idea. Good grief. It's a little close. All right, let's move this. Oh my goodness. There's not enough room in the safe zone for the both of us. All right. So I'm going to run with that. I think one. Let's try two first. It's easier to cut two down to one than it is to do one and then try and add it back in. So we'll do that. Get rid of that. So how does that look? I like that. I feel like I might prefer the two to the one, but I have a backup, and this wasn't complicated, so I can do it again if I decide I don't like it. There's no undo, so. All right, here we go. Oh, I forgot I had mirroring on. Oh, oh shit. All right, well, looks like we're gonna do it again anyway. All right, hello. All right, got you here. Alrighty. Okay. Let's try it again. All right, so we'll do the two. Whoops. All right. I don't know. I'm stunned that I missed the gaping gash that I put in it after the first cut. All right. Let's see. So how does that look? All right. Let's do the next one. All right. Oh, whew. Excuse me. All right, let's see. Well, I like it in principle, but what I feel like now is this aft section is now visually overpowering the fore section. I don't know. Let's keep working with it and see what happens. Go ahead and fill this in. All right. I mean, it's still really big. I think at this point, though, the problem is I think the aft section's actually too thick. I almost think that either this row or all three of these rows of the aft part would need to be removed to get this down in size to sort of fit the new size of this. No, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think proportion wise, this is a lot better. This back here to the full height here. Maybe if the back part came down about half the distance here, that would put it down to here. So not quite as close to the bottom as the experiment I did up there. That might be all right. I don't think I'm going to bother checking. I'm just going to pick something and go with it. This almost feels like whatever that ends up being, this would be like a smaller cousin. You know, like if that's a battleship, this might be a destroyer, you know? Whatever terms you want to use. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, it sucks. The organization one of my friends works for is shutting down, and they just found out. So, yeah, shutting down in a month. So that sucks. Okay. All right, let's so I'm wondering if so originally I was thinking I would just fill this in, right? But now I'm thinking, what if I do only a couple rows, like maybe that, and then I do another set of angles the other way, right? Coming down, so extending out a little bit. I wonder how that would look. Would that be a fun thing? Here. Here. All right. And then I think just, well, what do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll start up 4 right here. Yeah. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh, that'll leave a single space. Oh yeah, okay. I like that. Let's see how that ends up looking. And I guess for now we'll just do like this. It's just easy to see. Do that and that, and then that and that. Feels a little small. Feels a little small. Maybe I should start a little higher. If I go here, this will be 3/4 of the height. So we do that here. This doesn't work either. Now it feels too long. All right. Whoops. All right. Okay. Oh, I guess we'll come back to that. Maybe I'll just have something like come out straight. Yeah, maybe like so. Actually, let's see. What if it was something like this and then this and then that? I think this might be too far here. Yeah, I don't like that. All right, but this might be all right. Boom. And then I can slope this down. So maybe, let's see, if I'm going to slope it, I would need to do this. And there. Yep, that one. And here. So we do like that. That's not what I want. There we go. So we can do like that, maybe. Even that. I mean, that might be kind of cool. And then like maybe I could put one of those gates in here. Like this one. Oh, this is 3 wide. Oh, well, I can put a normal gate in here. Oh my goodness. No, I cannot. What about small gate, gate? Oh, I thought there was a tall version of the gate. I guess not, sucker. Well, that's a shame. It could fit there. Um, Or it could fit here. Like so. Yeah, that might work. And then either something like this or maybe something like that. Yeah, that's cool. Or maybe something like with the beam block or strut or something. But that's kind of cool. Some lights up in here. This. Oh, there I go, trying to make hangers again. I was like, this could be a hanger, but actually it could be. Or for something this small. Although, let's see. This would be a vehicular airlock, honestly. Because I was thinking, oh, I'll replace like here and here and here, right? So then you can do I have them? I don't. Okay. Here we go. So we'll do, yeah, like this. Actually, we'll do that one. Boop. So, I mean, that would work. And that gives you 1, 2, 3 blocks. So a 3x3 volume past the door, and then a 2x3 volume to go through the door. So 3x3 laterally by 2 vertically, which is a fair dimension for like a small grid craft of some sort. We absolutely don't need a second hangar door back here, but that is what it is. So there's that. This is very notional. That only became a hangar or a giant airlock. Just because I was looking for kind of something to fill in the area there. It might just be a giant airlock to get inside. We'll see. All right. Now I wonder. So I don't really like how this goes here. The slope comes down, stops, and then, oh yeah, it flares out here. So I'm wondering if this can be combined. Is there... There's that one piece, right? Okay. So if I did this here, then this would become like this. So that would handle that, and then here it would become here. So it pulled in a little bit, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. But all that does is shift the problem down to here. Okay. So if we did this then this would become here. And then this one is that this one? Yeah, and then this becomes this one. This might work. And then that pushes this down to here. Okay. So. Oh, I don't have mirroring on. That's brilliant. Okay. I think I want to do this. Yeah. So how does that look with this coming out, basically being pulled back a full block? I think it's okay because the yellow that I added pushed it out a full block. So now it's basically right back where the original volume filled. Yeah. All right, let's do it. So how do I make this adjustment? Let's get our mirroring back on. So we'll do that one. Okay. So we've got that. And then let's see, we know all this is going to go. And so we know all this is going to go. And that. Okay. All right, so now we can get rid of all of this. And we'll put these. There. All right, so now all these go. Boom. Awesome. Okay, so now all these go. And then all of these go. Oh, that wasn't hard. Fantastic. Okay, now this go. And they are replaced by that. And then that. And that. And this one is replaced by that. This one, that. Not by that. There we go. There. Cool. All right, so far so good. Yep, yep, yep. And you. Oops. There we go. Yep. You and you. Yep. And there we go. And boom. All right. Nice. Nice little bevel added there. I'm happy about that. All right. This guy, how are you looking out here? Oh. Okay. Cool. All right. So next. Yep. We gotta fix this guy. So he's here. Oh no, this one. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so now we can there and there. And let's see, let's fill in here. And then maybe do something like this. Oh, well, maybe we do something like this. Come on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Here. Yes. Okay. And then here. This shape here where you've got comes out and then back in and then back out and then back in, this like double hump. I've never made it look good. It's never worked for me, even though it's got the symmetry here and then there and then the symmetry up here and down there. It just never looks good to me. The pieces sort of seem to fit when you're looking like close in, but then when you zoom back out, they don't really look good to me. But no, I was just thinking is what if I bring this gap here? I'm going to sort of bring that around over here somehow. Rebeling a sloped area is tricky, so I may have to rely on just making different slopes. There we go. There. Here. There. All right. So I feel like I'm walking a fine line. On the one hand, I want a large face and I intend to have it fully greebled, right? But it still needs to feel like a large flat area. So again, not that I'm like, it's just working out as a good example. If you think of like the Death Star, right? It looks like a smooth globe, but then when you get up close, it's super greebled, right? That's kind of the idea I'm going for here. At least right now, that's what I'm thinking. So anyway, I'm not sure this is working here. I think with it broken up like that, it loses the sense of immenseness of like it's just a large piece, and I want to keep that. I want when you look at it to be like it's a large like basic geometric shape. I want that to sort of be the impression you get, but then at the same time you're like, but there is detail to it, sort of to a much lesser extent that Donnybrook did that. When you look at it, it's kind of a basic design, but there's detail there, you know, it's just not super obvious. So I kind of want to do something along the same lines, but more pronounced. Yeah. I want it more pronounced, not obvious. Anyway, I'm not sure. I don't like this at all, so let's get rid of that. What if we just do this? Maybe I'm trying to complicate the shape too much. And then like so. Okay, this feels better. This feels like there's continuity of like the design or the like the part or whatever it is this is supposed to be. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it to me it's kind of back to feeling like it's a large piece and not just a bunch of weird crap. So cool. I think I'd call that a success. Okay, we were mirrors, so that's good. I just realized. I did all that on the small one. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Always goes faster the second time, so not a big deal. All right, we've got mirroring on already. We're going to pop this out here. Boom. Yeah. So we got rid of this. And this. All right, so from the center, it's 2 blocks flat, and then we get the slope. Yeah. 2 blocks, and then the slope. And then the rest of it will fall out. The curves up here, they're just extensions of the slopes here. So 2 blocks flat. So we got the central piece and then 1 and 2. All right, so we'll do that. Our 2 blocks flat. Oh, we got our... Oh, wait a minute. So I think what I've missed here is getting it recessed. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, actually, there we go. Center 1, there we go. So these guys here. There we go. So then here. And here. Right? So 2 blocks flat, and then the slope, yep. So we'll do this way. All right, so this is this guy. And then this is this guy, right? And then here, yeah, here's where it starts. So we've got... There we go. Then you and you. You. Here, all right. And you and you. Nope. All right. Nope. That one. That one. That one. Okay, here. Nope. Yes. And that one. All right, now this one. Right? That one. No. Yes. And then this one. There we go. Done. All caught up. Oh, we do need this. All right, so we'll do this. central piece. All right, so we got that. And then here, 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 and then here, and then here. So then this becomes that guy. And there. And there. And here. Jesus, come on. I tell you what, when it's at an angle, it just fucks me right up. All right, there we go. Whew. All right. All right, there we go. So that's the same shape. The colors aren't the same. It's the same shape. I did fill this in, so I'll go ahead and do that as well. Right. So there we go. Boom. And then here we go. Bam. All right, done. Right, same shape. And that works. Yeah, I really like that. I think that works very well. Okay. Awesome. Okay, now what else can we do? So I was toying with the idea of adding this bevel here. Up here. Oh, Jesus, I haven't even done this yet. Okay. So since I don't have all that shit I built up there, I'm gonna go ahead and try it down here. Here. So we'll do. I'm just gonna bring these all the way across on this one. What I did on that other ship is like I was not attached to that. It was just kind of me messing around to see what appealed to me. So we'll do that. We'll do that. All right. So if we want. Okay, so if I do this, then that means all this stuff up here will need to change. Like this. Okay. Or if I do. Okay, I don't want to use this flatter angle here. Will take away, it'll make this side feel shorter, and I really wanted that height. I want that imposing height. Okay, so we can try the other one, which is this way, like so. Okay, it won't fit there. Okay, I don't think there's an option. Well, I mean, I guess I could use this fucking angles, man. So I could use this, but I don't want that 45-degree slope there. But I don't think, basically what I'm trying to find is there a piece like that? And there's not. I've got that piece, but it requires this to be filled out here. Well, you know what? It could be filled out if I just push that back a little bit. Oh, wait, then this fails. All right, hang on. But then that doesn't fail. This is not the same angle, but that's not actually important to me, so this might work. One, two, three, four. 3, 4, 5. So I'm just, again, just playing with shapes to see what feels good. I had kind of like when I carved out that little section and it came up like against the block here. I had kind of liked that look. So I was trying to see if I could, like, if I wanted to try and preserve that or something. Because I think with this sticker piece, it doesn't look right. Yeah, it doesn't look right. Although that would be fine. Yeah. Um, I kind of think it's too small of a detail. I think if this had been, let's see. It'd been like this, and then that. I think that would work. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, like that. And then let's see. Yeah, that actually works really well. Um, hmm. So we did that. We carried this back. Here and then here. Oh, hello to whomever has just jumped in. Hello, welcome. And let me see if I went. That actually gets me back to the original, whoops, the original slopes that I had, which works out pretty well, I think. Yeah, all right, well, all right, let's go with that for now and see if it lasts. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Huh. Well, that was quite the journey to get to somewhere that was very simple. Okay. Well, yeah. So we got that guy. Drop him down. Gonna drop in you and you. Do you and you. All right, and then you and you. Boop. All right. Huh. Wow, that was weird. Okay. Cool. Well, then we can pull this out here and there. Now I'm not sure about where I want this transition to happen from the slope to the corner. I'm thinking it needs to be a little more forward. Splitting things exactly in half like this does not often look good, and I think this is a case where that is the case. It doesn't look good. So if I went to about a third, it would be about here. All right. So drop him down. And there. All right, so how's that look? Is that... Okay, depending on what happens up at the front, that might be okay. This is another balancing act where I feel like the more I push it forward, the better the ratio feels of like the area back here to up here. But the smaller this section gets, the weirder that feels. So I think I'll leave it where it is for now. It looks like it's maybe just a little past a third in that direction from the front, but that gives me room to do stuff with the front. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. One idea I was just thinking of was actually to exaggerate this by adding a layer out here. Right, so then we would have something like this. We'll just round this out. Oh, wait. Oh, how would I... Okay, so in my mind, the transition goes... basically like that, and this is vertical, but we still have this slope. If I just extend it, we get this weird little overhang. I don't want that. So, what if I... Okay, what if I do... So I can just do a slope here, like that, but I had kind of wanted it to be vertical. Like that. It's a little more striking of a detail. I find if you yeah, it's a balancing act, right? If you slope every corner, it looks like you're trying to make a smoothed out rounded shape. I don't like rounded shapes. So maybe we try this. Then we can bring this down like so. So now I've got my vertical. How about that? Is that... Oh, I'd also wanted to do up here. Just on the top, not on the bottom. So it would have been like this, which means... And then you sort of get what looks like... It looks like this corner bumped into something and got smashed. So I'm not sure that's going to work. That'll put the vertical edge actually here. So... put the mirroring back on, and this stuff is... You know what? Just to be safe. Turn that part off. Cool. All right, so that goes that one and that one. So here. All right, this one becomes this guy, you, and you. Okay. Yeah. It looks like, well, yeah, it's stuck out. it's got the extra layer, and then oh man, it must have hit something while backing up. It's just too much. Okay. Now hang on. So then we add the lip, we extend the lip around. So we do like so, and so. And then this becomes I think like this. Okay, and then here. Yeah, and then here. Okay. It's a piece. Yep. All right now. Hey. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that gets you the lip going around, and then honestly, this corner kind of feels like too much now, so maybe we mirror that as well. So how's that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. Oh. All right. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for now. Thanks for hanging out with me and visiting the economy stations and collecting the ships. I'll mess with those in an upcoming episode, probably, where I'm tinkering around with them, tearing apart, and you know, making my own versions or whatever. So I'll be doing that at some point soon, probably. And kind of sucks it took so long to get through all that, but yeah. I didn't expect none of the stations to have wait, it's too many negatives. Anyway, I expected at least one station to have entirely vehicles for sale, so I'd have a greater selection, be able to kind of get most of them in one swoop, and that did not happen. So anyway, is what it is. I do think I made some good progress here. I'm really happy with how the faux thrusters turned out in the back. Honestly, I've never made something like this before, and I know there are people who can just build circles around me, but I really think this isn't that bad. I mean, it's got a certain kind of appeal. This is not something I would do often, probably, but for a one shot just to see, I think it's all right. So anyway, yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I'm just happy it works. So again, thank you. I will see you guys later. Take care.
Out past the towers, past the beacon lights, We roll heavy freight through the endless night. I got a cracked old helmet and a dashboard saint, a rig full of ore and a hull of chip paint. The tanks run hot, but the engine holds. Got a million clicks behind me and a long black road. Left port at sundown with the cargo locked tight. 3 days from Sarah's if the burn goes right. The company call says the schedule changed. I laugh in the comms and I punch the flame. Stars on the windshield, steel in the bed. No road beneath me, but I drive it anyway. Space truckers, hauling steel through the stars. Space truckers, running freight past Mars. Engines burning, black sky rolling on. Space truckers, still driving till the dawn. I've dodged old pirates in a scrapyard plane, ran ice through the moons in a meteor rain, had a busted thruster and no time for brakes, with a full load cutting across the jump gate lanes. There's dust on the console and grit in my bones. Every station bar feels a little like home, but the bill keeps coming and the work gets done. So I load one more trailer and I chase one more sun. Red lights behind me, blue flame ahead. I sleep when I'm parked and I rest when I'm dead. Space truckers, hauling steel through the stars. Space truckers, running freight past Mars. Engines burning, black sky rolling on. Space truckers, still driving to the dawn. They say there's a fortune past Jupiter's line. They say there's freedom if you give it time. But freedom has a price, and the stars don't care. So I keep this old rig in the cold black nowhere. From the belt to the moon, from the moon to the sun. Another heart